Welcome back, everybody. This is Brian Kirk with Eat to Mount Beat, taking the road less traveled, with another episode of Cost of Living. Today, we're doing the European country of Azerbaijan. The capital of Azerbaijan is, of course, Baku. I have never been to Azerbaijan, but I've heard good things, and I plan on going there in the future. Just a few things to update or to talk about Azerbaijan and the information we're getting from them. All this information is coming from numbeo.com, numbeo.com. It has cost of living for all the countries in the world, I believe. I don't know if it has North Korea. I can't say that for sure. It's got all the information. It's entered by people who live there or have been there, and they put it in for the city they live in for the costs. So that is where we're getting these numbers from. I have nothing to do with them. I'm just telling you how they are. So just a quick summary, a family of four estimated monthly costs are $2,029.80 without rent. A single family person estimated monthly costs are $563.70 without rent. These are all in US dollars and they're all in metric. So a meal in an inexpensive restaurant will cost you $10.29. A meal for two people, mid-range restaurant, 3 courses, that's $35.29, and that's really a good price compared to what we were doing in Austria and Australia. And it was going to cost you in the high 80s to hundreds of dollars, 100 and some odd dollars. Meal at McDonald's or equivalent combo meal. There is McDonald's in Azerbaijan. There's at least 4 or 5 of them in Baku. It's going to cost you $7.65. Domestic beer, half-liter draft, and we just did some research here, and Erdilian beer, which is known as the #1 beer due to its high-quality products in Azerbaijan, allows friends to enjoy best moments together. It contains a medium bitter taste. This bitter taste is achieved by special yeast types used in the process of making. So if you want to try beer when you're in Azerbaijan, try Zerdilin beer, made by the Carlsberg Group. So that would cost you $1.47 in restaurants. That's pretty good. And an imported beer, 0.33 liter bottle, $2.35. Cappuccino for just a regular cappuccino. All of them come in that regular size little cup. $3.51. Coke Pepsi, 0.33 liter bottle, 74 cents. A bottle of water in a 0.33 liter bottle is going to cost you 38 cents. Then we head to the markets. A regular 1 liter jug will cost you $1.33. A loaf of fresh white bread, 500 grams, will set you back 46 cents. That's pretty cheap. I think it's almost as cheap as Algeria. White rice, 1 kilogram, $2.36. Eggs, regular, 12 total, $1.50. That's pretty cheap for eggs. Local cheese, 1 kilo, $5.35. That's really cheap. Chicken fillets, 1 kilogram, $4.58, and that is also very cheap. If you looked at our numbers we've had in the past, that's probably one of the cheapest we've run into for chicken fillets. Beef round, 1 kilogram for equivalent back leg red meat, $10.03, also very cheap. Apples, 1 kilogram, $1.04. Bananas, 1 kilogram, $1.69. Oranges, 1 kilogram, $1.45. Tomato, 1 kilogram, $1.70. Potatoes, 1 kilogram, 65 cents. That's really cheap. Onion, 1 kilogram, 51 cents. Lettuce, 1 head, 46 cents. Water, 1.5 liter bottle, 58 cents. A bottle of wine, mid-range, probably coming from Georgia. I'm not sure about Azerbaijan standing in the wine manufacturing sort of places in the world. $8.82. Domestic beer, 0.5 liter bottle, $1.29. Imported beer, 0.33 liter bottle, $2.81. And cigarettes, 20-pack Marlboro, will set you back $3.53. So far, prices have been pretty affordable in Azerbaijan. Cost of living is definitely a lot lower in this country, and the city of Baku, which is the capital, is obviously not as expensive as some other cities that we have gone through so far in the summary. This is obviously, we've only done 11 countries. and the numbers are going to be a little skewed still. But running into these ones so far, they're right up there with Algeria and Angola and Afghanistan for pricing being very low. Now we go to transportation. One-way ticket, local transport is going to set you back 24 cents. A monthly pass, regular price, $17.65. The taxi start normal tariff is $1.47, and every kilometer afterwards costs you 59 cents. 1 hour waiting time on the taxi is $3.53. Gasoline is 66 cents, which is by far really close to one of the cheapest for gas so far. Volkswagen Golf 1.4 90 kilowatt trendline or equivalent new car, $20,588.24. And Toyota Corolla sedan 1.6 liter 97 kilowatt comfort or equivalent new car, $24,318.14. And utilities monthly, we went from the most expensive, one of the most expensive cities in the world in Austria the other day, to now much cheaper. Utilities monthly cost, basic electricity, heating, cooling, water, and garbage for an 85-meter square apartment, $60.49. Mobile phone monthly plan with calls and 10 gigabytes of data, $12.73. Internet 60 megabytes per second or more, unlimited data, cable ADSL, $14.24. So those prices are a lot more reasonable coming from the prices we had ran into the other day yesterday when we were doing Austria. Tell me if what they are in your country in the comment section, just based on the numbers we've given out so far. If your country we would consider to be a bargain, also depends on your cost of living, or you paying a lot more than the countries we've done so far. Where does your country sit when it comes to these different countries we've done so far? Is it at the top of the list, more expensive, or lower to the Afghanistan, Angola, and Algeria sort of pricing, or is it somewhere in the middle? Sports and leisure. Fitness club, monthly fee for one adult, $49.60. Tennis court rental 1 hour on the weekend, $23.91. Cinema international release, one seat, $5.88. Childcare, preschool or kindergarten, one full day monthly, private monthly for one child, $230.75. International primary school child yearly for one child, $6,112.53. Then we go into clothing and shoes. One pair of jeans, Levi's 501 or similar, $57.34, which is about $60 cheaper than it was in Austria. One summer dress in chain stores Zara or H&M, which they both have in Baku, $56.45. One pair of Nike running shoes mid-range, $119.34. A pair of men's leather business shoes, $91.64. And I forgot to do this at the beginning, but we'll do it now. Just to give some information about Azerbaijan as a country. Its population is 10,412,651, and it's got an area per square kilometer of 82,658, and it has a population per square kilometer of 126. Now we go back to my numbers. Apartment rent per month. Apartment one bedroom in the city center is going to cost you $476.71. Apartment one bedroom outside the city center is going to cost you $263.53. Apartment three bedrooms in the city center, $938.03. Apartment three bedrooms outside of the city center is going to cost you $426.47. So if you are a someone that just wants to live in a country and work from abroad, definitely it's worth it there. The cost of living is really low. I don't know what it's like for a digital nomad to live in Azerbaijan, but it's a pretty stable country. Cost is definitely lower. So if you're making a Western income in this country, you're going to be doing okay for money, especially if your rent's only $476.71. Judging from Vancouver, you're paying 5 or 6 times that for a much smaller area of, you're going to be doing okay. Buying an apartment price per square meter to buy an apartment in the city center, $1,797.52. Price per square meter to buy an apartment outside of the city center, $899.68. The average monthly salary after tax, $478.91. So there is quite a disparaging amount of number here. So your net salary is $478.91 to afford, you would have about $2.20 left over after renting an apartment for in the city center. So definitely be living in the suburbs. You still would only have half your income left. The mortgage interest rate in percentages yearly 20-year fixed, 9.25. The city has had 2,188 entries in the past 12 months by 247 different contributors. Last updated July 2024. To buy an apartment, you're looking at 3.2% of your income, 9.7 for transportation, 4.4 for clothing and shoes, 8.6 for sports and leisure. Markets 27.6, utilities 4.9, rent per month 20.5, and restaurants 21. Baku has the least expensive import beer 0.33 liter bottle restaurant in Western Asia out of 19 cities. So that's pretty impressive. Next closest city is Lokbatan. And yeah, so all in all, the cost of living in Azerbaijan it's not very high, but you're not making much. So the housing cost is definitely higher, is a little too high for what the market bears out for the population. So if you're making an average amount of salary and you're living in Azerbaijan or Baku specifically, you're not making enough money to make ends meet. So you're going to need to have 2 people living in a 1-bedroom apartment. So if you're married, you're a roommate, or just someone sleeping on the couch in the living room, it's going to be really costly. It's okay if you're a digital nomad, but if you are trying to make it in Baku, living on your own, it's going to be very expensive if you're making an average salary. All right, so that was it for Baku, Azerbaijan. Tomorrow, we are going to be going to the Bahamas, and we'll be learning about the cost of living in the Bahamas. And until, you can be great if you subscribe to this channel. If you like these videos, do you want me to put more out? I will continue doing them every day. We have podcasts as well every day, Monday through Wednesday and Friday as well. So until next time, keep eating your own beat. Take the road less traveled, and have a great day.